Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Turn the music down just a little bit. It's been a while since I did a review, and I thought we'd start with a good one. This is VA-11 TAC A, also referred to as Valhalla. Now, this is an odd game, but I think it's definitely worth mentioning. Now, it came out in 2016. The last content update was in February 2017. I've played the game enough. I should have done a damn review of it, and I didn't. So we're going to do an actual full-on review of Valhalla. And I'm going to cut off my phone, because I'm an idiot. So, totally professional around here. We are going to start by talking about the game's basic premise. You're playing a bartender. That's it. You're a bartender in a cyberpunk world. For those who don't know what cyberpunk is, it's basically a dystopia where corporations rule everything and we have extremely advanced technology bordering on magic. Cybernetic limbs, hacking, everyone's integrated into the Matrix, nanomachines, etc. This came out in June 2016, and its final content update was on December 25th, 2017. We got a content update on Christmas. This was not an early access game. This was a full release game. Now, the first thing I want to highlight about this game that is truly unique, listen. The art style is very pixel art anime blend, and the music, oh dear God, the music. I want this soundtrack, just the soundtrack, to just play on my computer at all in every game I play from now on. This is one song. One song. And every time I hear it, it brings tears to my eyes. Now, you see, this is the Goodbye Miss Bartender, and my title screen is different because I have New Game Plus. You also have the prologue and the Anna demo now available to play. That's right, they released a full demo. So we're going to load in at some random point. Let's load in on day 8. Now there may be a spoiler or two here or there, but I'm just gonna go over. So, basic gameplay loop is this. Let me just settings a little bit. Basic gameplay loop is as follows. You're trying to pay your monthly bills, and at the same time, you're trying to cope with the society that she lives in, which is a terrible dystopian society that's not fair to anybody. So as you're trying to build up funds to pay the bills, you're also decorating the apartment. You get little tidbits of blogs and news to read. You can I can change and adjust the music. And here's my favorite song in the game. No, I want that one to play. It's not actually going to play right now. You get to read a famous artist's blog, you can save here, so on and so forth. And your options are go to shop, which you have to go to the shop to get things for your character so that she stays focused at work, because like me, she has ADD. Again, core gameplay loop is She bought what she wanted. She's pleased with herself. She was surely focused on work today. Have a nice day. If you don't buy what she wants, the dialogue that appears is not necessarily what's being said, and therefore she's not paying attention. And you need to make sure you have $8,000 to pay the electric bill. Jesus. So let's go to work. So it's Tuesday, December 20th. Now, the core gameplay loop is you're going to read a lot of text. You're going to read a lot of story. This is a story-driven game. Here behind me, you can actually just see the name of the game. It's very, very story-driven. So you talk to your co-bartender. We're going to skip through this just so I don't have spoilers that you guys have to worry about. But the dialogue and the actions that take place, as well as if you make enough money to pay for your apartment, is based on how you serve the drinks. Now, you set up the music for the bar. These are the 12 tracks that'll play. And then you get the most famous line from the game: time to mix drinks and change lives. More importantly, your life. So if you like anime, and if you like weird games, this one kind of fits the bill. And a dog just walked in and started talking to me. A dog. Another dog. And there's another dog. I came here as a part-timer. So you're the part-timer. Yep, we just hired a dog to work at a bar. And boss, and it's a very emotionally driven game, and the music you play changes the emotion you feel when you're watching. You can also change the TV up here. As I said, we're going to skip the dialogue here just a little bit, just so we can get to the last bit of core gameplay loop for you guys to see the last little bit of core gameplay. He wants a grizzly temple. So he wants a grizzly temple. You can search drinks by name, flavor, type, or pre-bottled. And if we search drinks by name, we get Grizzly Temple. By the way, there's literally a drink called a Fiaura with a perfume and a plum. Interesting drink. But he wants a Grizzly Temple. We'll serve him a Grizzly Temple. There are also drinks that you have to unlock by playing around. It's kind of like this thing where you don't know what all the recipes are until you play with it a little bit. You have 24 base. There's actually 40 recipes in the game. 16 of them are unlocked through mixing the various drinks. The way you mix a drink is you put the ingredients in. Each ingredient represents something different. So this is basically sugar. This is, I believe, what they would call hops. This over here is, I forget, yeast. This down here is root, and this over here is actual alcohol. Mix it all together, and it says blend it, so you gotta shake it up and let it blend. And now it's blended. That's your gameplay loop. That's it. That simple act of making a drink. And then if you've made the correct drink and you serve them the correct drink, you can click serve, or what you think is the correct drink. And that prompts a response. Wow, this is awful. People actually pay for this shit? Hard to believe, I know. And every time that and that's the basic gameplay loop of Valhalla. You have almost 20 hours of story, dialogue, and creative drink mixing to go through on your first playthrough. This game brought up memories. This game sparked conversation. It is genuinely a good graphic novel style game, and in my opinion, how a graphic novel style game should be made. I genuinely wish that there was a second game. I want Ysurb to make another game. I want Subakin to make another game. But we gotta wait for them to get around to it. Now, replayability-wise, you can play through the game to get all the endings. There's 5 endings. 5 core endings plus all the side stories. And you have to serve the right drinks to get the right side stories. Reviews on Steam are quote-unquote overwhelmingly positive, with all reviews being 98% and recent reviews being 97%. I have 36 hours on record with this game with 2 playthroughs. That's it, 2 playthroughs. I've only gotten 2 of 5 endings. And each time you play through, you can mix up and change the drinks of each side story to change how the side stories play out and how they interact together. And I didn't know this. Furthermore, the devs have built a backdoor for streamers, and they have played pranks on me. The devs genuinely love their work. The artwork is actually quite astounding. I'm going to switch us over to desktop capture now while I let this play in the background and show you guys more of the artwork. So each character is unique, memorable, and different, both in the words they use, their facial expressions, and their artwork. You met these two, that's your boss, that's your new coworker. There's one of your regulars. There's a security personnel. There's a medical officer. And every single character, even your cat 4 has his own unique personality that he talks vicariously through Jill. And as you can see, you can get enough playthroughs that you have enough money just to get everything. It's there. I know for a fact also the devs have the ability to go in through the back door, because there was a patch that had me being directly addressed by the devs midstream. They changed the code and I was addressed, and it was the weirdest thing in the world to have one of the characters in game talking to me. And there's actually code in the game that says Fiaura, and I was weirded out by that. This game is overwhelmingly good. It is one of the best experiences I've ever had. And it's so simple and elegant and easy to go through. If you like anime, if you like good music, if you like pixel art style gameplay, if you like simple gameplay with a deep story, this is for you. If you don't like those things, it's not for you. I'm not going to say this game is for everybody. No game is for everybody. But in my opinion, Valhalla is one of the best games to come out of 2016, and one of the best games to come out of 2017 as well, because of the updates that have been done to it all through 2017. So it's not that expensive. Check it out if you've got the time. It's $15 or your $15 US or your regional equivalent. I have 18 people on my Steam list who already own this game. I have 8 friends who want it. It's genuinely a good game, and it requires almost no PC specs to run. I was heartfeltly surprised when this was recommended to me at the end of 2016, and I played through it, and we kept playing through it all through 2017, and it's a really good drinking game as well. The game even recommends that you start the game by getting your favorite snack and your favorite alcoholic drink and sitting down and playing it with those. You will laugh, you'll cry, and you'll genuinely have a good time. I've seen people who don't have a lot of emotional capacity burst out laughing and an hour later be torn into tears by this game. So I don't think I could give a more glowing review, and at the same time, I don't think I could give a more honest review. It's good. Trust me. It is very good. In the meantime, this has been Fiaura. Yes, you all just heard the first positive review of the first review of Brutally Honest review of 2018. Positive review. I'd like to thank our sponsor Kitsuga. I'd like to thank my patrons, my 2 top tier patrons, as well as which is Michael Bones and a person who wished to remain anonymous. And I'm going to read off all my second tier patrons because I should be doing that. I really should, and that's my fault. And those people are Flopadoodle, Matt Thrains Hansen, Michael Martini, Diego Flores, Nico Calapa, I Lurk into Corner, Randall Lister, John Monk, Jesse Fishinghawk, Jen Sainka, and Jim Scatiti. Thank you guys so much. If you want to become a patron, please do so. Remember, you do get the benefit of getting custom emojis on Discord as well on our Discord, which anybody can join our Discord. Anybody can come into my comms at any time. In addition to this, top tier patrons are allowed to suggest a game every month, and I have to at least give it a try. So I will see you guys next time. In the meantime, all of you have a good night and a good day.